Welcome, traveler, to the Safari Zone. Today, we embark on a journey through the lush, mysterious grasslands and tranquil waters of this extraordinary sanctuary. Sit comfortably, close your eyes, and take a deep breath in through your nose. Exhale slowly through your mouth. With every breath, let yourself drift into this world of adventure. Imagine yourself standing at the entrance of the Safari Zone. The air is warm, filled with the faint, earthy scent of tall grasses and wildflowers. In your hand is a pouch filled with safari balls, and in your pocket, a handful of bait. The gatekeeper smiles and waves you in, and you step forward into this vibrant ecosystem. The tall grass sways gently in the breeze, and the sound of rustling leaves and distant cries of Pokémon fills the air. As you walk, you see movement ahead, a group of Nidoran female and Nidoran male grazing peacefully. You pause, carefully toss a bit of bait into the grass, and watch as the Pokémon cautiously approach. You ready a safari ball and toss it gently toward a Nidoran female. It shakes once, twice, and bursts open as the Pokémon darts away into the grass, leaving you smiling at the thrill of the attempt. Continuing deeper into the zone, you come across a shady patch of trees where a para scuttles by, followed by its larger counterpart, Parasect. Their mushrooms seem to glow faintly in the dappled sunlight. Nearby, a cluster of Execute bobs rhythmically, their collective energy creating a soft hum that you feel in your chest. As you walk through a particularly dense patch of grass, a Venonat hops into view, its round eyes glowing faintly in the shade. You reach into your pouch, pull out a piece of bait, and toss it gently toward the Pokémon. The Venonat cautiously approaches, nibbling at the bait. You ready a safari ball, take a deep breath, and throw. The ball shakes once, twice, 3 times, and clicks. You've successfully caught the Venonat. A wave of satisfaction washes over you as you place the safari ball carefully back into your pouch. You decide to follow a path leading to a tranquil lake. Sitting by the shore, you take out a fishing rod and cast your line into the sparkling water. For a moment, there's only stillness, then a ripple, and then a bite. You reel in excitedly to find a pollywag, its tail wriggling as it leaps out of the water. You smile, appreciating its playful energy, before it slips back into the lake. As you cast your line again, you notice a commotion nearby. A Magikarp leaps out of the water and swallows a tiny Caterpie in one gulp. In an instant, the Magikarp begins to glow, its body elongating and transforming until it becomes a massive, fearsome Gyarados. The creature lets out a deafening roar, and you feel the power of its presence, but it dives deep into the lake, leaving the water calm once more. Back on the trail, you hear the faint cries of Doduo in the distance. You spot them darting through the grass, their 2 heads bobbing in perfect synchronization. Not far behind, a Scyther moves gracefully, its sharp blades slicing through the air as it hunts for prey. You pause to admire its power and precision, grateful to witness such a rare Pokémon. As you walk further, the grass parts to reveal a Rhyhorn stomping through the undergrowth. It notices you but seems uninterested, its massive horn plowing through the brush as it forages. Nearby, a Venomoth flutters past, its delicate wings scattering a fine, glittering powder that shimmers in the sunlight. The trail widens, and you find yourself in an open meadow where you spot a Kangaskhan grazing with her baby nestled safely in her pouch. You crouch low, careful not to startle them, and the baby hops out curiously, waddling over to inspect you. You laugh softly as it plays with your shoelaces, its tiny tail wagging. But then, the ground shakes as the mother Kangaskhan turns and sees you near her baby. She roars, stomping the ground in warning. You quickly back away, hands up in a gesture of peace. Her eyes soften slightly as her baby returns to her pouch, but you can still feel the immense power of her presence. You breathe deeply to steady your nerves and continue your journey. The next clearing feels magical, filled with soft, glowing light. A Chansey emerges, its egg cradled gently in its pouch. It tilts its head and smiles at you before hopping over. To your surprise, it motions for you to climb into its pouch alongside the egg. You hesitate but feel a deep sense of trust and climb in carefully. Chansey begins to hop through the safari zone, giving you a unique perspective of the landscape. You pass groups of tangela with their vine-like bodies writhing in a dance. You spot a toros charging across the field, its three tails whipping behind it. Chansey's warmth is comforting, and you feel safe as it carries you through this wild world. Eventually, Chansey sets you down gently near a small grove and pats your head before hopping off into the distance. You feel a pang of gratitude for the brief companionship. As you wander again, you hear a sudden crack. Turning toward the sound, you see a marowak holding its bone club. It smacks a Psyduck on the head, and the Psyduck stumbles around, clutching its head in confusion. The scene is both amusing and endearing, a reminder of the quirky interactions between Pokémon. While the Psyduck is distracted, you toss a bit of bait to calm it down. It nibbles curiously, and you take the opportunity to throw a safari ball. The ball shakes once, twice, 3 times, and clicks. You've successfully caught the Psyduck. The satisfaction of the catch fills you with excitement as you continue on your journey. Nearby, a gleam in the grass catches your eye. You bend down and uncover a pair of gold teeth, their surface shining brightly. Pocketing the curious find, you wonder what they might unlock. A few steps further, you discover a TM lying near a rock. Its label is faded, but you sense its power as you carefully stow it away. The sun begins to lower in the sky, casting the safari zone in a warm, golden light. You feel the journey winding down, but know there's still so much to see. Walking through a dense thicket, you come across a serene pond where a Dratini glides gracefully just below the surface. It looks at you with bright, curious eyes before disappearing into the depths. The path eventually leads you back toward the entrance, and you pause to take one last look at the breathtaking landscape. The rustling grass, the distant cries of Pokémon, and the glow of the setting sun create a moment of perfect harmony. You feel grateful for the adventure, the connections, and the wonder you've experienced. Take a deep breath in, and as you exhale, gently bring your awareness back to the present moment. Wiggle your fingers and toes. When you're ready, open your eyes, carrying with you the joy and awe of the safari zone. Thank you for joining this journey. May its magic stay with you always.